Let's go, Jorts.
Yeah, so...
Imagine not being able to beat Giovanni and Radical Red. Exactly. If you can't beat Giovanni and Radical Red, what hopes do you have in other video games?
Truly.
Jorts, also playing Radical Red. And that was fun to watch. But back to the actual game in front of us.
Yeah. So out the gate, there's definitely... I don't know honestly that much about this matchup. But a lot of the time it just kind of seems like it would be fun, because Ranno go crazy.
I think a lot of Ranno mains don't like this matchup.
Wow.
Either that or the two Ranno mains I know just don't like this matchup. There was something about the disjoint just being just messing with them. Which I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Disjoint doesn't exactly mess with Ranno, it's just maybe it's lack of matchup familiarity. This is definitely a big thing of like why a lot of people struggle with Force Burn, because there's not a whole lot of them, so getting matchup knowledge on the character a little rough.
Alright. I'm trying to get some cape loops right here. Oh wow. That was like honestly a pretty good
They're
mix-up.
doing a great job using smoke as a recovery tool.
Yeah.
Mixing it up, doing clones under its veil. It's good stuff.
I think like an important thing too about Force Burn is being able to mix people's CI up. That's usually how you get your kill confirms. I love these V reverses right here, because there's always gonna send, assuming you get the like main hitbox and not the spike, it's always gonna send right in front of you. There's no like angle flip or anything. So he's able to kind of just head up for free edge guards with that. It's super good.
Clone getting schlurped up by the tongue.
Yeah, that's always a terrible feeling when you like get a command grab on clone.
Especially for Ranno. I hear he's not into smoking.
I would hope not. They're seeing it again. Oh, but yeah, Jorts gonna be able to just...
Was that a Nair kill I saw?
I honestly don't even know, it might have been. I didn't hear much of a sound, so I thought it was like near fair.
Jorts bringing it back a bit. Low profiling the back air and finding down tilt off of it.
Yeah.
Suddenly the game is even. Let's go Jorts.
And then just trying to play it safe right now. I feel like one more neutral interaction,
Alright.
you can just put Jorts in a bad spot one time, that might be it.
Getting a little rowdy doing that Ranno down strong in neutral.
Sometimes you just gotta go crazy with it.
Moonman is so good. So good at just mixing up his recovery.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good point. Yeah, super good use of like clone and smoke and all that good stuff.
Hydrate.
Yeah, I hydrate, I don't know
Okay.
about you.
I'm gonna hydrate. Sounds like a good idea.
Honestly, it's a pretty good idea. Hydrating's kind of important. Don't forget to hydrate at home. As we go into game 2 here, right back to Jules Val. They're looking for their run back.
But before we get back into this, as distracted by Hydra, just Moonman, great job mixing up that recovery. Who would have thought, just like on the last talk, just at 100% for both of them, you would forego the smoke mix up and just teleport into your enemy and just back air kill them. That's
Yeah.
that's so funny. Force burn sucks. Moon, not man. Well, I don't know about you, Mr. Moon, not man, but I think Mr. Moon Man is showing us Force burn kind of good.
Yeah, really. Ooh, Jorts has to recover really low here. is able to make it work. I think the maneuver committed a tiny bit there.
Forward strong, not that strong. Jorts just making his way back. Has a good presence when recovering, good offstage presence when recovering, but doesn't. It seems like Moonman doesn't have a very strong presence when it comes to edge guarding or the trapping. Because most of the time, Jorts just kind of comes back for basically free. Maybe there's like the odd clone in the way sometimes, but doesn't eat too much of a punish for being sent off stage.
Yeah, I can be switching a little bit. I think Moonman's really good at kind of using smoke as part of his advantage, which I really like to see personally. I think it's super cool. But you could maybe say that like it's kind of he's over-relying on it a little bit, you know?
It can be a bit distracting.
Right. Or I guess more so just a bit of like tunnel vision, you know? Like a lot of the time, he can use mix-ups just using smoke, and without it, his mix-ups become significantly weaker. That being said, his smoke mix-ups are kind of crazy. Can't deny that much.
Has very good air stall with him, too.
Yeah. Oh, and trading.
Great job using the just using the clone, because he knew he was gonna tongue there, so he just had the clone just go in there and be like, all right, just hold him in place for a little bit. I'm gonna slap him.
That was just a good play right there, all around. But Jorts gonna be trying to challenge him right back, right up there in the sky. Here we go. Doing a little bit of edge guarding. The clone, definitely a strong tool.
Mix up the recovery on the back air. Didn't expect to get it sent that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good option.
Jorts doing that dive kick. You do be dive kicking. Ranno is racist, and you know who else is racist? SRN.
So true.
Who is Forrest Burns, who is Forrest Burns' brother, and Forrest Burn is not in fact racist, so it's kind of loaded matchup right here.
Right, of course. Alright, right now, yeah, it looks like Moonman's being the hero we need to shut down Racist Frog. So let's see if he can.
Pretty effective, because Jorts is switching to
oh yeah, actually,
Clairen.
The funny thing is, I knew he was going to switch to Clairen, and then I kind of forgot halfway through the set. Wow. Not have that. Sucks, I guess.
That's why I love here a discussion on the current socio-political state of Aether. I do too.
Yeah, that's sometimes kind of important. Right though, I was looking away to figure something out with replays, and already Jorts is stock down. That's really unfortunate, but it's not unfortunate for Moonman. It's counterfeit trying to just make it blow up in Jorts' face.
No, we didn't say Forrest Burn is sexist. That never happened.
I don't remember half of it, at least.
He's a good dude. Looks a little scary, but he's a pretty good dude.
That was Sims who said it in chat.
Nah.
Was he in the comics? I wouldn't know, I didn't read the comics.
I don't know.
I guess the percent's not really high enough for Epstein to kill, but I honestly thought it would have been.
It's gonna happen in the comics.
Damn.
Ooh, Uppy not quite killing.
Yeah, Jorts isn't dead. I thought he might have been dead for a second. Wow.
Well, he is. Well, as it would turn out, he is in fact dead.
Yeah. Could have fooled me.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Force Burn also have a good ledge boost? Or
yeah, really good platinum ledge boost.
Well, I don't think this stage was to play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what Clairen does too. Like, it's a fire character thing. They all have it. But regardless, yeah, it's very possible. I honestly just think the character wasn't in play right here. Isn't necessarily a bad matchup for Clairen, but it is a really weird one. At least in my opinion. I struggle with it quite a bit. Jorts finally gets the first stock, but already at 130 here, so...
This is not... and getting carried.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That looks like it's gonna be it. Jorts is out of 7. Congrats to Jorts, and